Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Angel from Banxstudio, and we're here today with a special guest. Her name is Holly Nguyen, and she's here. She's going to talk to us about her company, Double Book. So let's get right to it. Huh? So for people that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Holly. I'm a hairstylist from Orange County, California, and I've been doing hair for over 12 years. And I recently stepped away from my salon to launch Double Book, which is a platform that connects salon professionals with salon assistants for day-to-day jobs. And we're launching it soon in California, and then throughout the country later.
Boom.
Boom, just like
Wow.
that.
I learned about you because of a client who you referred to me, right?
Okay.
And so when he told me about this idea or whatever that you were starting, I was like, dude, that is genius. That is so good. Like I can't believe it doesn't just like I saw in one of your videos, you're like, it doesn't exist. Somebody's gotta make it eventually.
Yes.
And then I was like, dude, that's perfect.
Yes.
So so what inspired you just going back to like your hair days?
Mhm.
Because you don't do hair anymore.
Nope.
So what inspired you first to actually start doing hair?
Yeah. I actually I started cosmetology school because I was a theater major at
Oh,
a community college. And at the time, I was working at a theme park. And one day I was just at work and I realized that everyone I worked with was like a bunch of theater majors. And we were not in a theater role at this theme park. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be like, you know, old and I'm going to be working at this theme park forever. And no shade to anybody who works at a theme park, but that wasn't my intention, right? And so I just figured I want to do something where I can like make money that's still artistic. And my community college had a cosmetology school. So I just was like, let's just do it.
let's do
Like,
it.
what's going to happen? If I don't
Yeah.
like it, what's the worst that's going to happen? So
Go down the list again.
yeah, it's true, right? Why not? And so, yeah, that's what got me into school. And from there, I just loved it.
Back then, how do you remember how many hours you did or no?
In school?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,600 hours.
1,600.
Yep.
So now I think it's 1,000.
It's 1,000.
Yeah.
So there's different licenses too. In California. It's $1,000. $1,000. I wish it was
I wish.
$1,000. It's 1,000 hours for your cosmetology license. I believe it's 600 hours for a new type of license, which is a
The hair
hairstylist license.
so I saw that
Mhm.
one. I just saw that one. It's like a hairstylist.
Yeah.
They don't there's something that they
No
just
chemicals.
cut hair.
Yep, it's no chemical stuff. I don't think it's
They don't
nails.
wash hair either.
It's just cutting and styling.
Do they wash hair?
I think they wash hair, yes,
Really?
but it's no like color services. I don't think they have to do perming.
Mhm.
And then yeah, I mean even now in California, there's no practical exam for
Right.
your
There's no
license test.
practical, yeah.
You don't do hands on, so it's so different
So
than.
different, yeah.
And I mean, even when I was taking my exam, the practical was on a doll head.
Mhm.
And my first boss ever was like, "That's crazy. I had to do it on a person." I'm like, it just keeps changing. So
Yeah, when I did mine, it was on a person.
yeah. Oh, did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
was on a person.
that's crazy.
So I had to do the razor on him and everything, and if I made a mistake, I had to
Scary.
know what to do next.
I
And
can't
those
believe you found a
tests,
person.
yeah, I was like, "Hey, you gotta come with me, dude."
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I remember taking those tests and like not knowing like if I was what I was doing was the right way
Yeah.
because you would see everybody else doing something different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I was actually speaking to another hairstylist today about this. When she took her exam, did it on a person, but her friend had it on a doll head and was one of like the first like cohort to do it on a
Mhm.
doll head. And her doll head like flew off of the
What are you supposed to
thing.
do?
Exactly. And I'm like, well, yeah, because the way they taught it to you too is like all these things you have to do. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like we all understand this is not a person,
Yeah.
right? Like no one's head would fall off.
Right.
I don't know what they did. Like sanitize it,
So
kiss
you
it on the
sees
floor,
it,
kiss
and
it
he
on the
looks at the
forehead and put it back. I have no idea. But yeah, so crazy, so different.
So are you talking to pretty much day to day different people in different cities?
Yeah. Okay, this has actually been one of the most fun parts of like starting to launch this is that before obviously my job was talking to clients, which is
Mhm.
so fun. I love all my clients. But I was in a suite. And so I worked with, I spoke with the stylist in the suites and my assistants and whatnot. But I've just been talking to hairstylists all the time.
Yeah.
And that is so fun. Every day, even now I have like more time to be on social media.
Yeah.
And even on DoubleBook social media, stylists that I don't even know. And they'll email me, which is crazy. Like, who sends emails? I don't know.
Wow.
But I am obsessed.
Yeah.
I've never sent. When was the last time I sent an email? Before DoubleBook. Emails, DMs of strangers. And they're just like, it's just like talking to friends, you know? It's just real people. That's been the absolute best. I just like I tell them all the time. Like, they're like, oh, my salon's in San Francisco. I'm like, I need to come hang out with you.
I'm gonna go over there.
I need to come to San Francisco. It's been so fun.
That's cool because you're kind of laying down the foundation of what's gonna start with the DoubleBook.
Well, yeah, because it's not like it's for hairstylists to use,
Right?
And it's obviously made because hairstylists need it and want it, and who cares if I wanted it or needed it? I obviously made it because I'm like, oh, we all need it. Like you said, when you're like, I can't believe it doesn't exist already. I know. Like, that was me. You know how they tell you, like, when you have a good idea, you don't want to like talk about it because you don't want someone to steal it. And so me not having any like feeling of wanting to start like a tech platform, I would talk about it all the time in my salon. Someone's going to make that. Someone's going to make that for at least 2 years. And then I'm like, you guys, I'm actually just going to do it. And so, and so when then talking to other people, design people, anybody I'm working with, you know, and they'll be like, who's your competition? What other? Yeah. And I'm like, you don't understand. I don't want to sound stupid. Like, we're the first. But like, dude, it's
literally the first.
Crazy that it doesn't exist. Yeah.
Because most of the apps just focus on scheduling
clients
and then
to
just back to back.
Correct.
And then also like a lot of the POS and back end stuff.
Yes.
And even though there's a lot of apps doing stuff for barbershops and salons, there hasn't been one that's perfect.
You know, and no shade to anybody ever. Right. But I think a big part of it is a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are made by people who are not hairstylists.
Yeah.
Or barbers. And maybe and any ones that include hairstylists or barbers on their team, you know, obviously those tend to have more features that you would want. But even in building DoubleBook, I've been contacted by other people building like booking software, you know? And I'm not a sensitive person, okay? Mm-hmm. But I get irritated when people who are not from our industry act like they know better or like have a way that like we are all so dumb for not knowing. Yeah. Or like I've actually had someone talk with me and say like, they didn't say this to me directly. It's just like through their own like marketing, whatever, where it's like hairstylists, you know, communicate with people on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I get it, you know, obviously even hairstylist coaches could say like, oh, I don't know, handle it this way or not. But this person was saying it in a way of like, hairstylists are stupid. Like you're so dumb and like mediocre that you talk to people, your clients on Instagram. Like that's where their clients are.
That's where they are.
Right. So like if you're selling food to people coming out of a baseball game, are you going to build a restaurant 2 blocks down? Or are you bringing the cart to the customers? Like you're going to go to where your customers are. Yeah. But it was just the manner of which it was like, I've made this thing for all of you dumb people.
So you can talk to your clients.
Yeah. It's like, we're good. Like we're good. Thank you. So yeah, it's definitely, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of salon booking software.
And then even just talking to the stylist, like you get to like, it like reaffirms and validates what you were like, damn, I have to make this because now you're getting it straight from all the other stylists that you talk to.
Yeah. And like, I wish that I had like a team of stylists, right? Who just like are also making this with me, mm-hmm. right? In a way of like, when we're making this, it has features, right? That me and asking people I know what they needed to do. But it really, over time, is going to be built by the users, right? By the stylist. Because mm-hmm. there's things I'm putting on there, like things that are important to us. Like we have to have this, and this. It has to just be easy for people to use. All these kinds of things. Right. But even, it's not like about me and what I think people should do. I think that's kind of hard sometimes when people are making things for hairstylists and they're like, this is the way, this is the right way. Yeah. And this is why those other ways don't work. And it's like, ugh, you know, like get real. Yeah. All these ways work for all these people. Anyway. And so, yeah, that will actually be the fun part too, is people are like, I wish you would do this, or we need to do this, or all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I love talking to hairstylists.
So, actually, do you remember the first job at a salon that you had?
My first job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you back.
I know. That's where I start crying right now. Just kidding. When I was getting to the end of beauty school, everyone was having people either had jobs, or because they didn't have jobs, they were like, I'm not going to do hair. I'm going to go to a different school because I didn't learn anything and I can't go make money, right? Anyway, I was contacted by someone I knew when I was younger, and they had a salon. So they hired me, and I assisted there. And I assisted there for 2 years and then became a stylist there. And I learned like so much. I learned so much. I think for most hairstylists, when they look back on their if assisting or starting out journeys, they can like find all the good. Like, oh, I'm glad I worked there. I did all these things. And then they can also see the parts where they're like, oh my God, that was insane. I can't believe I can't believe my family let me, keep working and, like all that kind of stuff. And I will say it's a big topic in the industry of like, oh, toxic salons, right? That's such a thing. And like toxic bosses, all these things. And I would never treat my assistants the way that I was treated, right? Yeah. Like even to the point, like my assistant would be like, Holly, can I take this weekend off? And I'm like, just tell me you won't be here. Like, what do you mean? No, don't go to your family wedding. I really need you to shampoo my client. Get real, right? Yeah. And so, but it's born, even that, it's like all that toxic, like people like trying to like make you work more than you can, or like not paying you well, or all these things. It's born out of like not having a better option. They want you to work at their salon because where else are they going to find someone? And they taught you a lot, and then you're going to leave them, and all that kind of stuff. I think that's always where it goes like really bad and really wrong. Which was another inspiration for DoubleBook. Like when a new stylist or barber, anyone starts, it's like going on their first date. Yeah. Are you going to date one person and be with them forever? I mean, maybe there's like TV shows for that, but no, right? You're going to be curious. And so it's difficult to believe that a stylist would like come right out of school. They only know so little. Yeah. And they go to their first salon, they're going to be there for 10 years, 20 years. That's not really realistic, So this way with DoubleBook, stylists can go to lots of salons. Salons can work with different people. And then like in that pool of people, they're like, oh, that person feels like our vibe long term. And they meet that way versus like we spent a month training you to be exactly for our salon. And then we spent a year really teaching you. And then you left. Or like move stays because you thought that was like your only option because you were too afraid to leave your salon.
Leave the salon. Yeah. And that was like one of the also biggest things that when he told me about it, I was like, man, this would help a lot of people just getting out of school. Yes. Because finding a job is like, well, where do I go? Who do I ask? Are they going to say yes? Are they going to say no? When they can just go to this app, sign up, and there's already all the hiring companies are already there.
Yes, and there's more people hiring assistants because again, since it's not such a big existential thing as like I'm gonna hire an assistant, I'm gonna train my employee, like the whole big production of all of that is what keeps a lot of stylists from, or like I'm gonna have an assistant, but my schedule's like all over the place. Yeah. So I'm not going to keep them very long because they're going to hate me because I'm never going to have hours for them, whatever. And so it's such a big deal. So now that even more stylists are able to like access assistants, even more people are hiring. Because, I mean, it feels so stupid getting out of school. You get your license and like, what are you supposed to do? Write a resume? Right. Like I can shampoo. Like, and also I don't know if I can really do it well, know? It's just, like, what are your skills? I don't know. None, right? None. So even that just feels, or you go into a salon, maybe you give them your resume. Like they're never, no one's calling you back. None of that's, because they already know because one of their clients has a niece who's in school already, or you know what I mean? So this makes it way more accessible.
A lot more accessible because like I said, they'll just be able to go on there and already find work immediately. and the people hiring, they already know that it's like potentially somebody that they can have for a long time, because you're gonna have like reviews on there, I think. Right?
Totally. Yep. So the assistants will be able to list like what they're no, there's a lot of people on our wait list who are not even like new students. They're actually they've been working already.
They've already been working
Like as assistants, you know, in the industry, or a lot of people who have assisted, but now they're building their clientele. But there's like this point sometimes for people where, okay, they're done assisting. They don't want to do them. Now they want to build their books, but like it's a jump. It's like
so
no
what
more.
What is that jump like?
Yeah.
Because in barbering, we don't really have that. We have like, you go in the shop, you're not assisting anybody. You're just like cutting right away.
Yeah. Yeah. So for hairstylists, if you are assisting, again, you're paid like hourly, right? So even though it's not like a giant amount of money, it's an hourly rate. And then when, you're not assisting anymore, it's like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you commission? I mean, if you're in a commission salon, maybe they're giving you like a day of commission work and you're still assisting. Maybe there's that different jump. But if you're going from assisting to now you're going to go rent a chair or something, I mean, if you're going to start out you're going to start taking clients, you want to take them on Saturdays because that's when all these new clients are coming in. But that's also when someone will want you to assist. So you can't really do both. So for stylists who decide, okay, they're ready to like build up their clientele. Oh, they're not busy next Wednesday, but they'd like to make money. They can see who needs them, you know, in the area. So a lot of the assistants on our wait list now are not like fresh out of school, you know, no salon experience. A lot have salon experience. They just want to go work in other places, or they've been assisting an extension stylist and they're like, okay, I'm good.
Try something else.
I want to go assist like a colorist or something.
What is like the average time they've been already assisting? Like a year?
Some say a year. No, if they've actually told us the year, if it's like, oh yeah, I'm already assisting, you know, in LA or whatever, it's been like a year.
Yeah.
I would say most stylists after a year, they feel like, okay, like I need to take clients.
Yeah.
But they could definitely, I mean, I've actually had, no joke, I've had hairstylists tell me, I'm a stylist. I have my own salon suite, but I think it'd be really fun to go assist a hairstylist just to like go be around people.
Yeah.
They have literally asked me like, oh, is there a way to do like both, like hire people and be an assistant? I'm like, okay, not yet, but maybe.
Maybe.
Like, how fun is that? You know, but I get it, because how fun to just get to go. Like, again, in my salon, I never did extensions. I had my own salon suite, so I wasn't going to have a bunch of extensions. And there's just so many services to do, right? So I never did extensions. But like, how fun, for me in that instance, I could go assist an extension.
For a day.
Yeah, why not?
Do some extensions.
Yeah, I'd be a great, and of course you can take a course, right? You can go take, I would never say, oh, you never need to take a course on how to do something. Yeah. If I was really into doing extensions, I would take a course on how to do it. But that's not enough. Then I would go assist extension and like watch them.
Yeah, that would be really smart, actually.
And I'm getting paid to assist them. And sure, it's like nothing compared to what I would make. It's the whole day is like, oh, wow, that's a haircut, you know? But I'm being of use to them and I'm learning from watching. So.
Right. That's a hack right there.
It's a hack.
That's a hack. You take your course and then go on DOUBLEBOOK.
Yeah.
Book with somebody in that field.
Yeah, and you have to be useful, right? You can't just be like, oh, and now I'm getting paid to like stand around and watch them, right? It's going to include you shampooing hair, sweeping the floor, but also, heck yeah, like I can watch while I sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did the idea for DOUBLEBOOK come from?
I mean, okay, you want to know? Okay. The idea itself was just like, from thinking like, okay, it's like Uber, but for getting a salon assistant, right? That's how everything we do it's 2025, almost 2026. Yeah. Everything is like a marketplace, right? So why not us? But the day this is like a idea that I was just like thinking of over time talking about, but it wasn't like clear.
Because it was like 2 years.
Yeah, it was just like casually, saying it. But the day that I was like, oh no, we're making it was the weirdest day ever. So my husband, he's a mechanical engineer at Disney. He wanted to go on Let's Make a Deal, the show, Let's Make a Deal. So random, but he just like really wanted to go. And I'm like, that's awesome. You're so fun. Go do it, right? So this day, Let's Make a Deal day, he was gone the whole day. And I had work, but I had childcare for my kids. So I just had like this weird extra time in the day. So I left home early and I was like driving around getting a coffee, like whatever. And I like was thinking about it, but it was like coming to me, like clearly how it would work. How would we make money? Like how would it even sustain itself, right? Like, but what about, you know, my favorite thing to tell people is like, when you have an idea, I'm like, tell me why it wouldn't work. I love it. Like, don't tell me why something I think of is going to work. Tell me why it sucks so that then I'll know if it's actually good. So I'm going through my head why it wouldn't work, all these things. But no, this idea is like flowing clear as day. And then later my husband comes home and I'm like, I'm going to make this platform and this is how it's going to work. It was like so clear. It came to me, but like such a dumb, random day. But let's make a deal day. He didn't win anything that day. Actually, he won a home gym, but we didn't take it. Anyway, that's insignificant.
But you were driving around.
I had this
Best
little
ideas.
bit of time to myself and I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was like meant, I don't know, it was like the universe, like, you're making this.
Yeah. So is there like, from being a stylist, you know, you kind of learn how to get to be successful and be booked out, you know, what everybody wants to be. What have you learned from then that you're kind of using in Double Book to build it?
Yeah. I think,
because I think probably the relationship building is.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like how to get successful as a hairstylist, is that what you're asking? Like,
We're just like comparing it to like now that you're going into building Double Book.
Yeah.
Like, what are some things that.
Okay. I mean, when I left school, I didn't know how to do hair, right? But then there I go. I'm like going to do it, right? And then when I went to start renting a chair, I didn't know how to do that, but I just did it.
Yeah.
And I figured it out. And then like, you know, when I got there, I'm like, oh, people do this all the time, right? And then opened a salon suite, had no idea. But by the time I had done that, I'm like, well, I've done these other things I didn't know what I was doing and it just worked out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just work out. It does, but also like I made it work, right? And so with this, again, it was like people, I mean, Michelle Obama says in, I think, Becoming, her book, she says it all the time, how like you think people know, like they have all the answers, but you get in a room with them and you're like, oh no, like you have no idea what you're doing, or even like maybe you're not even qualified to do what you're doing. And that's always stuck with me. So like for me, I'm like, why not? Like, why not just, I mean, I don't live in the Stone Age. I can source people to make this thing for me, right? Or with me, I should say. And so why not just like try? Why not? Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? It doesn't get made and I do hair. I love doing hair, right? So what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. So I just did it.
You can, like you said, source out whatever you need to be done. Yeah.
I mean, think, you know, for yourself, like anything that you've ever done, you just decided, I want to try this, and you just try it.
Just try it.
And you just do it. Like, I think hairstylists, barbers are like the ultimate entrepreneurs. We just see things that other people can do. So then you're like, oh, I can do that.
I can do that.
Will I enjoy doing it? That's another thing, right? If you don't enjoy doing something, you probably won't be good at it because you don't like it.
But you have to like it.
You have to be good at it, and then you'll like it, and you have to like it, and then you'll be good at it. If you suck at something, you're not going to enjoy it at all because it's not fun to do something you're bad at all the time.
How long do you have to keep trying, sucking and sucking?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I feel like if you really enjoy something, eventually you'll be good at it because there's a reason why you're called to do it, right? But if you're trying to do something because of who you think it'll make you become, like, oh, I see this person doing this thing. I want to do it because I want to be that person. Yeah. I mean, then maybe it won't work out because you're not called to do it. You're trying to be called to be somebody. But that's just like a whole other.
You're forcing it.
Yeah, you're forcing it. If you're forcing it, you can't
calling's
force it.
Over here.
It's true. It's true. And in this industry and like with these licenses, you can have a million callings. Like, it's true. You do hair replacements. Yeah. Right? Like hair systems. And I actually, before Double Book or like before I thought of double book, I was like, I obsessed because I would see these videos of hair. I'm like, oh my God, I love that. I signed up for a class. I never took the class. I gave the class, I gave my class like ticket to like another person because I never ended up doing it because I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going to do this. I was just super excited about it. It looks so fun. And I know so many guys. I'm like, I want them to get this done. This is amazing. But yeah, what was I thinking?
That's so cool though. Because man, that's the attitude that you want to have though.
Yeah. It's just the audacity. I just see it. So it's like an advertisement for like taking the class. I'm like,
I'm there.
It's because I saw it and I thought, I know friends who would love this. I should learn how to do it. And then, it took me like probably 5 days and I'm like, can I have my money back? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it to somebody else. But I had no business doing that. But
wow. So where did the name Double Book come from?
Yeah. The reason why we named Double Book, well, even when making the name, making the design, anything, I'm like, I don't want it to look or sound like old hair industry stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like so bleh. I shouldn't say I'm bleh because we have enough of the same thing is what I should say. And those things are working great for themselves. But like, I don't need another black and white and gold app, right? And I don't need anything like whatever. I'm not gonna talk about it.
You don't want to drop names.
Yeah. I'm just from my perspective as a hairstylist, anything that reminds me of like beauty school, black, white, like sterile for like, a hairstylist. Like hairstylists now, old images of hairstylists are, again, everyone's in all black. We still wear a lot of black, but I'm just saying it's like all black and very, black and white and sterile. Hairstylists, they wear jeans at work, right? Like everyone, you see Instagram videos, these girls are in like their little white crop tops. Like everyone's chilling. Yeah. And that's more representative of hairstylists now, right?
So that's accurate.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there's still the like old way, not old. I don't mean old
with
school
the smock and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Just so I saw this image when I was scrolling through Instagram. It was an ad, and it was an ad for a beauty supply store that a lot of people go to, me included. And it was like for an apron, but the image was this girl. She had her hair. She had like a poofy, when girls wear poofs, and like this ponytail, and she was wearing all black with this apron and like black heels. And I was like, nobody looks like that at work. Like it's so stereotypical. Yeah. Nobody's functioning like that, So anyway, with Double Book, I wanted it to just sound normal, real, like for real people of the world. It's not exclusive. It is inclusive. And so for me, when I started to double book my clients, which also gets a bad rap sometimes when people double book their clients and they work so hard and people think it's so toxic or whatever, which I didn't double book clients until I had my assistant. And when I had my assistant and I started adding like 2 clients a day to my books, I like made so much more money. And before my assistant, I was annoyed because I was working 3 days a week because I have kids and, childcare, all that kind of stuff. And I remember I was working start to finish each day. And I was like, I can never make more money than this. Like, yes, I can raise my prices, but only so much. Yeah. And I don't want to offer crazy services to get higher prices. Like, that's not me. Like, my space is for my clients, So anyway, I'm like, the only way to add clients to add money is to add clients, right? So yes, to double book. And by adding, no joke, 2 clients a day.
Yeah, let's get some facts, figures.
Oh my God, it was insane.
What are the numbers?
Yeah, the first week of working with my assistant, I texted one of my friends and I was like, what are you doing? Like, get an assistant. Like, I cannot believe I worked this long without... First of all, I will say when double booking and working with an assistant, sometimes people think like you're doubling your schedule. Yeah. And that's not the case. You're adding, again, 1 or 2 people. And so essentially, oh my God, numbers scare people. But say, for example, as far as the clients go, say on a normal day, I have 4 clients, right? Yeah. On my own, I can handle. Now, I get an assistant and I add 2 more. So without an assistant, I was doing 4 clients by myself. I bring in an assistant. I now have 6 clients and I'm doing like 3 clients worth of work myself. So I'm actually lowering my workload. Yeah. But increasing my income. Right. And an assistant I paid my assistant $20 an hour. I think minimum wage is like $16 an hour
Yeah.
in California, unless you're like a fast food place, it's
Yeah.
$20 an hour. I paid my assistant $20 an hour. And if she worked 6 hours, because I'm also like stingy, not stingy, but
Right.
if I have one
It has to make
client,
sense.
I'm not just like having someone to hang out
Just
with
to
me.
be
So
there.
if I have my client's there when I'm double booked.
Yeah.
When I'm done and it's the last client of the day, like they go home because I want to keep my money.
Yeah.
But say I have this day 6 clients and my assistant's there for 6 hours. So I'm paying her $120.
Yeah.
That's a haircut in
Yeah.
Orange County. All you have to take is one more haircut in a hair salon, one more haircut
And it's paid.
and it's paid.
And how long does a haircut take?
Like 0 seconds.
Right?
Like as far as my work, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes of
It's
my
so
time.
fast.
Correct. And so just numbers wise, quickly, like say, I'm just going to go off of like average numbers
Yeah.
that, hairstylists charge. So say $350 for like a full balayage color.
Yeah.
Okay. $350 and a haircut for $100, just to make math easy. $450 more in a day. Okay. I paid my assistant for 6 hours. So $330 for one day more.
One
and
day.
I mean,
One
it's
client.
still a lot of money, but just say people are like, so you do that 2 times a week, $660 in a week, 4 weeks a month,
Just from double booking that.
just from double booking. 4 weeks a month is over $3,000.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because in barbering, that's so cool. Because in barbering, you would never think to double book and have somebody help you start a haircut. And when I realized that not women, but stylists do that to have the workload right, I was like, man, if I could have somebody help me start the cut,
Correct.
and then I just boom, boom, boom.
Correct.
That would
Like
be
when
awesome.
you think of how many people, like how much of your physical hands-on time
Yeah.
is being done, it's not the full time. You wait, like, of course, with my clients, I'm saying hello to them. I'm consulting with them. I'm doing their like important parts, their color, their cut, and I'm finishing them at the end. I'm not just like sending them off,
That's what they
however.
care
But
about,
there's
yeah.
so much like, it's like with nurses and doctors a lot. Every time I compare, my first boss would compare like hairstylists and doctors in the way that they work. And I loved it because I'm like,
It
yeah.
is,
But
though.
some people think like,
It
oh, you're
is.
not a doctor. Anyway, but
Hey,
when you
but
go to-
we're always on time.
exactly. Okay,
Doctors
yes.
never on time.
Period. At least 20 minutes.
Doctors
like
never on
always.
time.
When you go to the doctor or a hospital, right, and you need to get your blood drawn or a shot, the doctors are not doing that.
They're not
And
doing
it's
that.
the nurses. And
Yeah.
guess what? If you ask a doctor to draw your blood, you're going to regret it. That doctor cannot be bothered to do that well, right?
Yeah.
So with an assistant, when that's like their main focus, like they do the best
They're in and
shampoos.
out.
Yes, it's true. They do the best, most thoughtful work because that's what they're able to focus on.
It
you
is
know?
though, because us as the main person,
Mm-hmm.
we have so many other things to worry about that the shampoo might not be
Correct.
the way the assistant will do it.
Yeah, I never give like my clients would be like, your assistant shampoo's better. I'm like, I know, but all I'm thinking
That's why
about right
she's
now
here.
is like your formula. I'm thinking of so many
Yeah.
other things, like take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
And people don't realize how hard color is.
Yeah, and that's what's hard when people get out of school, right? And they're like, I don't know how to do hair. And
Yeah.
you're like, how could you possibly know how to do
couldn't
all
know
that? There's
because-
no way. It's insane. You're literally expected to know color theory plus chemistry, and
It's
no
so
one taught that to
crazy.
you. Yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously, that you go to school and then you don't learn that information, but it's impossible to learn in 1,000
Yeah.
hours.
It's unrealistic.
Yeah, so
But that's why it's good to start as an assistant.
it's I think it's crucial because you learn the fundamentals. Like you can't be there's only so many things you can like handle worrying about in your time, right?
Yeah.
If you're nervous about if you blow dried someone's bangs correctly, you're probably not going to mix them their best color. Like you can't be worried about all these things. You have to build your confidence on easy things and then you can take on harder things,
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And then to me, seeing that the way you guys do work that way, I brought that to the hair replacement. And hair replacement is so much easier to double book and be able to have assistants to help you with different things than as it is with just regular barbering.
Can I ask you, what do your assistants do
So the assistants will do like hair washing. They'll do the washing of the hair, both the client and the system,
Mhm.
and then they'll also do like the removal process. So like taking the hair off. They'll do little things like shaving the hair off. So they take a lot of the workload off
Yeah.
of me so I can focus on other stuff.
Yeah. And for them, like for you to teach them like how to do those things, like obviously taking off the system, how long does it take?
It takes time.
Yep.
It takes time. It takes anywhere maybe 6 months for somebody to be able to do the work by themselves and still not be 100%, maybe 6 months to a year.
To like be able to do
Yeah.
systems themselves or to be
Themselves.
like assisting you.
To be assisting me, first I have to train them to do everything so they can even assist me because
Yes.
they've never touched glue or hair
Yeah.
or hair that comes off of someone,
Yeah.
you know?
And how long does that take to teach them how to like assist you essentially?
It takes 3 to 6 months for them to be a good assistant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reliable, right? Yeah.
Reliable, like-
yeah. Like you can
'cause
just
that-
like tell them to go
Yeah.
and they'll do it.
Do
Yeah.
this, do that, boom, boom.
Yep.
3 to 6 months. 6 months to a year. After a year, they can do pretty much the service by themselves.
Amazing.
But like good.
Yeah. Amazing.
Because anybody can pretty much just do it, but is it going to be good?
Good.
It's-
Correct. And that's important now for like young stylists to learn how to do something well because it's so scary like for them because if they mess up, they're gonna end up like
Yeah.
on TikTok. Like, someone's gonna blast them, you know.
Viral.
So they have a lot of pressure. They're so afraid to like mess up. Everyone's always afraid to mess up. I was afraid to mess up, whatever. But they
Yeah.
are so afraid that they could get something a tiny bit wrong and someone ruins their life.
But you have to mess up. You're
Yeah.
going to mess up. It doesn't matter.
Well, and what's the mess up?
You're
I
gonna
think
mess up.
I think it's about what is like.
Yeah.
What do you mean mess up? Like I see these videos of someone being like, I got my hair blow dried and look at this piece, and I'm like,
Yeah.
get alive.
I
But
feel like
did you make someone bald? Because
Oh.
you can't do that, you know?
Well, yeah, I think the worst mess ups I've seen in cosmetology is when they do the bleaching and the hair's just coming off.
Yeah.
That looks like a nightmare. I don't know what I would do if I was doing
Right.
that.
Change your name,
Somebody's-
move to another country.
I'm
like,
gone.
no, that's scary. I have no, like, I don't know. Because actually there's the sad part of like, oh my God, like people would blast you,
Mhm.
but also people would still come to you because there's a lot of people who don't even use the internet.
Yeah.
So, but it's more yourself. Like,
That's
how could you
yourself,
see
though.
that? in that?
Yeah, because you're like,
It will eat you
and
alive.
then seeing that.
You would never
all the
bleach hair again. You would
No.
never.
I can't imagine. That's crazy. But I feel like, if you just mess up on a haircut, it grows back and it's so short.
It's funny you say that though, because I think a lot of hairstylists, if they didn't go to barber school,
Mm-hmm.
are always afraid of like men's cuts. That's like a big thing I see a lot of times. I don't do men's cuts. I don't
Mhm.
do men's cuts. And it's really because they don't do short hair because it
Mhm.
doesn't lie. When you cut long hair, you layer it. It
Yeah.
wasn't right. Someone's like, it was annoying me. You're like,
Mhm.
okay, it wasn't cut right. But somebody like you,
You can see it.
oof, like, oosh, you know?
So that's actually, I've heard that a lot from stylists because I've hired stylists before and they're like, oh, women's hair is easy. Like if you mess up, you just cover it like with other hair.
like, yeah, like how
I'm
would
like,
you?
Oh, wow.
And like, and again, it's like, what do you mean like mess up? Like, I think a lot of times for long hair, you just either took too much like out, like you made
Mhm.
it too thin or you did too much layers or you cut it too short or like short lengthwise, but they
Yeah.
still look, to you, you're like, oh, it still
Good.
looks fine. But like, yeah, like if you're like doing a fade and that
fade,
fade is
okay.
janky.
So I'll give you an example, right? I was doing fades. Well, I was still like a year into learning and I was using a new machine. I don't know if you've ever used them. They're detachable blades. And basically they're these big blades that you put on the machine and they snap on.
Okay.
And it's like the strongest machine. It's really loud.
Is it like Oster?
The Oster ones?
76.
Yeah, the 76.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I was using the Oster because the guy next to me used the Oster and I was like, look how clean they come out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
use
it's
the
like old
Osters
school.
too. And my aunt would use the Oster too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this.
Uh-huh.
Boom, I'm doing the haircut, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm switching clips. And then I get the wrong clip. And I cut all this right here
No.
too short. Like, boom. I was like, oh. And I look at the clip and it was the one. I was like, oh. So I was like, what do I do? So then that was a learning moment for
Yeah.
me where I faded it so that it looked intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I just had to do the same thing to the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when she came back, she was like, oh, can you do like you did last time?
Ah,
I was like,
yeah.
we're in the money.
I love it. We're in the money. No, it's true. Yeah, those Oster 76s, they get hot
Yeah, they got
because
hot.
you're like, whatever.
Yeah, they get hot if we work slow.
Uh-huh. Dang.
Those they cut so well
Yes.
that you should be able to cut pretty fast.
I mean, barbers are so cool. Like this, I'm not even a barber, in the videos I watch on TikTok and stuff are all like the barber videos.
Like all I see is barber videos.
Yeah. I see so many barber videos. I don't know. And I don't even, I mean, I would cut men's hair, but not like that.
Is it the satisfaction of seeing like the hair coming off, right?
No, it's a satisfaction of like someone looking so raggedy. There's something about like, it could be a guy or girl, but when they're have that like grown out short hair that looks so raggedy, and then when it's like a fresh cut, it's like, oh my
brand
god,
new,
fresh. Yeah.
Fresh out the salon.
Yeah. Completely changes their whole vibe.
So that's content. How have you been using content to grow your platform?
Yeah.
On Instagram?
Yeah. So
that's a whole nother challenge, huh?
Yeah. And just talking about beauty school, that should be something in all schools that is taught. It is a necessary. It's necessary. And I'm not saying you have to teach people how to like edit videos and all that kind of stuff, but the school should literally have content creation like a part of
Segment.
I think so. But it's been fun because I've had time to do it now. So I actually have the same team, like creative team that designed like my branding and our platform and stuff is the same like team I'm using like with marketing. Different, like not the same exact people, but same like team. And they're amazing. And they have just told me what to do. Yeah. I mean, they've given me like, social media prompts to do all this stuff to get started. Cause I wouldn't, it's so hard. You don't know what, cool. Adobe Express, folks. Yeah. Okay. I made that and I'm really proud of that. Yeah. But something that takes, my marketing team, like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm going to need the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've told me what to do, and they'll send me like these TikTok trends or something, and I'm like, it's crazy. It's like something crazy. I'm like rolling around on the floor or something. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, this would be great if you did that. And I'm like, okay. Like for DOUBLEBOOK, yes, because it's so much bigger, and this is gonna sound cheesy, and it's totally fine, but it's so much bigger than like I'm making this company. It's like 0% that, okay? That's like the have to do. I have to make this company to get my real goal, which is to get new stylists work and to get hairstylists, barbers support that they need. Assistance. And so they can stop, so they can make more money, and so they can stop like feeling burnt out when they're like in their 30s, So that's my purpose, but I have to build a company to do that. So if I have to roll around on the floor to get people to find out how to get hired as a salon assistant, I'll roll around. I'll go skydiving. I'll go like whatever. Okay, I hope no one holds me to that, right, but I will do it. And it's not even like a second thought. It's like, yeah, just tell me what to do and I will do it. So it has been fun doing it.
But there's a team, right? So where did you've known them for a while?
So yes, because when I first had the idea for DOUBLEBOOK the day it was born, I immediately went on like, Fiverr. Okay, so I immediately go on Fiverr, okay? And I find like anybody and I'm like, I need a logo and I need,
I need this, I need that.
Yeah, and I found this person and it was just so, how could it was so cheap, and this guy who made it, he was very sweet, but like there was nothing. I hadn't even thought about who we were, any of that. And I was like, oh no, this is not it. This is not it. This is not what I was thinking. So it just happened to me, an ad came up on my Instagram and the studio that I worked with, they're called the Frog Studio. Such a cute name, but it's a girl group. And I spoke with Gracie, she's the head there, and told her what I was trying to do. Because again, I'm like, I don't know how to do this, right? This is what I need. And so I'm like trying to talk to people to say like, can you help me can you help me with this or no, right? So, and she was like, hell yeah, like this is amazing. And she's a web designer and graphic designer, and so, and she has this amazing ability to assemble a team. So she knows, I don't know if you know what a copywriter is. Do you know what a copywriter is?
I know what copyright is, yeah.
Okay, so there's copyright, like copyright with an R.
Yeah.
But a copywriter, like writing, is somebody who just writes words. Like it's a writer, okay? Right, the same. I was with you, yeah. And so on a web page or anything, copy is the words that are on your webpage, right? It's like a whole thing. And now working with a copywriter, her name is Alethea. She's amazing. And I read what she writes and I'm like, it feels like someone's like feeding me, right? Like, I don't know. I read her words and I love to read it versus like now when I read something that I'm like, oh, that was made on ChatGPT. And no shade to ChatGPT because your girl is a partaker. Of course. ChatGPT is like Jarvis from Iron Man, right? I'm like my personal Jarvis. Yeah, I need it in my ear.
If you're not using ChatGPT, you are being left behind.
You're confused. Yeah.
What are you doing?
But the way I think our eyes like read it is so like, we already know where it's going.
Yeah.
Versus like when a copywriter is writing your stuff, you're like, wow, I feel like someone's giving me something, you know? So anyway, I have learned so much. But basically, yes, with them, I've worked with them. And then as we were building it and I'm like, okay, we need to like launch this, market this. Like, I can't do this by myself. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And because they helped build it with me, it was like, and they know they do marketing as well. And I'm like, you guys live and breathe this with me. How lucky am I? So they were the perfect people. They know me. They know what like I'm down to do, all that kind of stuff. So now that I've got the hang of things, I'm able to do more like, independently. But it's been, it's been a lot. And again, it goes back to like my whole purpose is not to post on social media, right? It's a necessary means. But there's other ways. I'll be honest, even more successful than social media is going to beauty schools, going to talk to people in person, has been the most successful way of like reaching people.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like real people in real life, no 100%. One wants to be sold stuff on the internet all day, right? And so that's even more important, I would say.
I agree with you on that because I've done like expos and shows and I've gone to a couple schools. And it is a lot different than just posting online because you're there actually talking to that person.
Yeah. Like we're conditioned.
They're just sucking everything.
And they love it. And they can ask you. They're actually like online. We're just conditioned to being sold. Like we're all just being sold stuff all day. So we just see another thing. We're like, oh, okay. But in person, it's like, wow, this is real. This is real. How do you feel when you go to beauty schools? Do you feel like when you walk into a beauty school?
Yeah.
Like, what is your vibe in there? Like, do you like it? Do you?
I liked it for sure. The first one I went to was smaller, and it was like I was like kind of like, dang, I can't believe I'm talking in front of all these students.
Yeah,
like, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
right? But I did it, and it was awesome. I talked to all the students, and I liked it a lot because they're fresh and they're like, I'm like, where are you going to work? Where do you want to work? What do you want to do? And, like,
you go
they don't really know.
When you go in there and you're like, dude, you guys, like, you're just like messing. Not messing around, but like.
You don't even know.
You have no. Although they're just like hungry to like actually get in a place and they're like, I'm sick of these stupid doll heads. You're like, man, you could just like do whatever you want today. You could just like shave that thing. You could do whatever. And like, it's like no worries, no cares. Yeah. It's super fun going in. Of course, you go in there too, and you're like, you see the vibe, and you're like, oh man, everyone's miserable, but you feel cool for them.
Yeah,
you're like, you don't have any responsibilities yet.
Yeah, it's true. Like I didn't do the school route.
Okay,
I
how
did
did you?
The apprenticeship.
Oh,
route.
That's cool.
So it was different. Like I didn't really have like that experience.
Got it.
But I did like going to the schools because. There was so many kids, so many people there and different ages too.
Yeah. I mean, and also like all schools are so different. So I will say I went to a community college and when I was going into schools to like bring them information about DoubleBook, because I've obviously reached out through email and stuff to schools, but like nobody's emailing back.
No, they don't. It's a lot of them don't communicate
in the beginning, like to meet them, they don't. Right. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to go. Right. And I will say community colleges, I mean, I'm sure they have like a lot more like restrictions, but like they have no excitement at all. They're like, thank you, just leave your flag. Right?
We don't care.
But the individual schools, like I would walk in and they're like, come write on our whiteboard and talk to our student. And me, I'm just like afraid of being like shut down and someone telling me like, get out of here, And they're like, come write, talk to our students or let's schedule like you to present to them. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, definitely the smaller ones, they
Mhm.
do want because
And there's a whole different vibe. You can just feel it in
yeah.
the school. It's like it's definitely a different level of excitement in those schools versus the ones that are like,
And even the teachers or instructors were like very interested. They're like, "Well, what happens like asking you stuff about the service and then they want you to come back and talk
yep.
to the
Yes.
show them the stuff."
Yes. And it's a whole other energy than the
Mhm.
schools who are like, there was one school, it's a community college
Community
in Orange
college.
County. I emailed like 3 times. I go to their school. I'm like, "Can I like is there like a board I can like
Just
thumbtack the flyer
pin it
to,
on
whatever?" And
there.
they're like, "We have rules about if you can leave a flyer." And I'm like, "Okay, well, this is for your students to get work
Yeah.
in like a few months, right?" And they were like, "You're gonna have to email the boss."
Wow.
Emailed that. I'm like, first of all, I already emailed that lady. Second of all, emailed her again, no response. I'm like, never. Like, honestly, hopefully they follow me on Instagram
Yeah.
because that is crazy.
Crazy. You know, you might have success with the Santa Monica College
Okay.
because they want me to go over there.
Okay.
So you might want to reach out to them.
I will. Dude,
SMC.
the day I went to LA to like go stop by schools, it was freaking raining. I still went into schools, but it was insane. I only went one day.
Mhm.
I flew to San Francisco to go to, but there's only so many you can go to in
Yeah.
like a day,
In a day.
Ugh.
So how much time do you dedicate to going to these?
I mean to
Is it like a
each
day a week or like once a month or
so I did this for like a couple like once a week. No, actually twice a
you've gone
week.
twice?
Uh-huh. But like now, or there's different times where it's like, okay, now that I've done it, I'm like there was a lot of schools that let me obviously like speak to their
Mhm.
students and whatever. But then there were some schools where I'm like, that was such a waste of my time. Like, I don't even know if they gave their flyers to their students.
Oh man.
And it's so annoying because like this is again for your students to get work, but you walk in there, you're like, this is the whole vibe. I can feel it.
Mm.
So more so now, any schools that like have connected with me that I've been to and they connect and then we talk, I'm just more focused on like talking to them and like whenever they like want me to speak to their students. I mean, like most schools start like every 8 weeks is like a new group of new students. So it's like every 2 months it's new students. So
Yeah.
at the moment, based on how much time I have, that's what I'm doing now is just focusing that way.
What's the like you get different feedback so from the students compared to the people that are already working?
Yeah,
Because I mean the students probably have no idea, like we were saying.
correct.
So they just want to find somewhere to work.
Yes, and and cosmetology is so broad. Like
Mhm.
there's people in cosmetology school that are there to do nails because a
just wanna do that.
cosmetology license it's insane. It covers so much stuff.
Yeah.
Nails, and so nails, hair, and skin.
Skin. Yeah.
Like those are 3 different industries, but I mean,
In one license.
uh-huh. And so you're learning a little bit of each of those, which is crazy. Like if you want to just do nails, you go learn how to do hair too, and
Mhm.
vice versa. Anyway, so not everyone there is like caring necessarily for hair. But the cool part is like if someone's trying to do nails and they're trying to get into it, they have a cosmetology license, they can still go assist in a
still
hair
do it.
salon
Yeah.
for money, right? While they start building it. But
Such an advantage.
I know. Yeah. So I guess that is a good thing that the license covers
Mhm.
so many things. But they're just like, I think this is going to sound so dramatic, but sometimes I think it sounds like too good to be true,
Mhm.
right? In a way, because not to discount, like it's still like work and all that kind of stuff. Of course, the assistants on the platform, it's a marketplace, right? In California, you cannot be an independent contractor and like have employee rules.
Right.
You have to be. California is actually like the hardest place to do this.
Yeah.
Look at me doing it in California. But this is where I'm from, so this is where we got to do it. But especially with the whole like Uber, like the whole thing with like the gig like ride share was like on the ballot that year. There's so many strict rules. And so you can't have employee rules and be independent, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be fully like an independent person.
Yeah.
So the assistants, when they come on the platform, they will be like any gig worker, like Uber, Lyft. They'll be independent.
So, but how do you get around the ABC? Because it's the ABC rule, right?
Yes.
But how do you get around that if the person hiring you is a stylist and you're going to be doing stylist work?
Because you're not required like to be there, right? Like they can't tell you what hours like to come. It's more like if you are coming to their salon, you know, and you have to follow their rules, and you basically have to show, like for DoubleBook, we cannot require the assistants to have gone through a training other than licensure. Like you have to be licensed to be able to, we cannot say you have to take this course before you can start working. Because then we're basically having a requirement for them. They set their own hourly rate on there. Like we cannot tell them like, oh, assistants are $20 an hour. Like they set their own rate. They obviously have their own license. They are their completely separate entity that is like offering their services to that stylist one-on-one. And so that's like also, it's a big deal, and not to discount it, but it's also not. I mean, if young people are driving Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, whatever, Postmates, like they're all doing it, you know? But that's, like I said, that's the rules in California. But they are like, what do you mean I can just choose when I work? What do you mean I can like set my own rate? They're like shocked by this thing. I'm like, you guys, it's really, like it sounds crazy, but it's really, you know, it's competitive in the sense of like, if you only know how to fold towels and sweep hair, don't try to make someone pay you $25 an hour, right? If you're able to, you know, step into a hair system place and work and provide real value, then, you know, obviously you could do that as well, or you can charge more. But it's also competitive in that sense. Yeah. But so really for the students, they're like, they take it in. I mean, we get so many people sign up for our wait list whenever we talk to like a group of students, because they're like curious, they're excited. And even the instructors, like you said, I mean, I go to the schools. Number one, the biggest like cheerleader is like whatever instructor I talk to, they're like, no way. I wish they had this when I was graduating. I'm like, I know, me too. And they're the ones telling you guys, they're like telling their students, like, you guys, this is amazing.
Gotta get it.
You know,
get on the list.
Which is a blessing, because the fear in starting it also, not a fear, but like if there's nobody hiring assistants, then we don't have a reason to exist, right? We need stylists to actually want to hire assistants. And I felt even when starting, it's going to be easy to get assistants on here because they're new students. And you're like, hey, work, job, money in the industry that you're licensed in, you know? But a thing was like, our stylist going to be excited by the prospects of being able to hire assistants. And I mean, they have been, and salons, whole entire salons have been excited. Like, oh, dude, we can like, you know, we don't have to like hire, or we can like hire an in-house assistant. But then when we're busy, we can bring someone else in, but we don't have to like, you know, employ more than we need or whatever, all these things. So the excitement from honestly all the groups has been
reinforcement.
Yeah.
That's good. Shoot. I think, I can imagine how much it would change for a big salon too.
Yeah. I mean, again, we talk about how like when a salon, there's some salons that got it down, and that is great. And people want to work there. Okay. And those salons, they should just, if it's working, whatever's working for them should keep going. Right. But there are a lot, like I said, smaller or whatever. They finally get the perfect assistant who's going to be the perfect fit for their salon. They train them to their entire salon's culture. They become amazing stylists, and they dip. How annoying is that? That is like so frustrating, right?
So how do you avoid that?
I mean, in my opinion, you don't just like invest your whole, you know, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You don't say, I'm going to take you from 0 to 100 and like, I'm going to give you all I have. And I think that's why when people end up leaving, it is what we have our like horror stories or toxic situations when you left, because someone literally poured their heart and soul into you, but you didn't ask them to do that. Right. And so what, right? Like this is like a job, and you don't owe them your life, but that's the feeling that happens because there was a lot riding on your training and all of that. And then they leave. I don't think, how could you avoid it? You can't prevent that from happening. And so instead you want to like let people come to you. So you let people work. Like another thing about DoubleBook, it's not like a hairstylist needs an assistant, and every time they need someone, they're just like a new person. What the reality is like in the beginning, when you first start hiring people, you're gonna like be like, okay, you have to find a new person, and then that person's not available that day, so you find another, and eventually you got like your like 3 to 5 people that you call when you need help, right? Or like you book when you need work and maybe one leaves or whatever. But it's like you're going to see the same people, or you're going to rehire the same people you like over and over and over again. And in that flow, like you find your people who you're like, oh, I think they would love our salon when they want to take clients. And or that person can come to you like, oh, do you have a space for me here?
Yeah.
You find your people that way in like a freedom choice way versus like, again, guilt.
Option.
Like I raised you from zero, which that never works. It's just, it's not the way.
It's what did he say? When something's gonna end up bad anyways.
Like you're damned if you do. Damned if you don't. Yeah. Yes.
So how can people find DoubleBook and how can they register and get on the email list?
Yes. So our social, obviously Instagram, we're the most active on Instagram. We have TikTok. I'm TikToking, but Instagram is.
So you're doing both.
Doing both, but Instagram, I just think like hairstylists function more professionally on Instagram, and you can relay so much more information on Instagram. But to sign up for our waitlist, it's waitlist.doublebook.co is our waitlist, and it's first launching in California. But if someone's not in California and they want to just like be updated when it's coming to them, they can still sign up for the waitlist. Wow. And joining the waitlist just gets you on our newsletter, so you can like receive emails. Yeah, there we are. You can receive all of our emails and just be updated about when we're going live. And our emails are really cute too. So
yeah, they're fun.
Like who these emails are cute? I don't know, but they just are so cute. I want to frame our emails.
Cool. So that's us for today. If you want to find Holly, you know how to find her. If you want to watch our next episode, leave a comment, like this video, post it, repost, clip it, all the above, subscribe.
Email.
Cute emails only.
Cute emails only, yeah.